Hello, everyone. My name is George, and I'm the most laid back reviewer on the internet. I'm going to be talking about Wonder Woman a little bit. And for all you DC fans, finally you have a movie that you can crow a little bit about. That being said, let's jump in and talk about what actually didn't work in the film, which is a lot more than anyone's going to admit to, because Gal Gadot did such a good job that we're willing to overlook all the big holes within the movie. The first one I want to talk about is, how far is Paradise Island from London? Seems like it took about 5 hours, maybe 8, for them to sail from Paradise Island to London. As far as I can tell on the map, Paradise Island is somewhere near Turkey. That's a really long trip from Turkey, around the Mediterranean, to London. By plane, that's probably a 4 or 5 hour flight, let alone by old crappy boat. Alright, it's a magic boat maybe. So even with that being said, what goes on in this movie that works? Well, Gal Gadot is amazing as Wonder Woman. Not only was she my favorite part of Batman vs. Superman, but she's also clearly my favorite part of Wonder Woman. She was amazing. Every moment that she's on the screen, she embodies that role. She fills out the costume, and she is Wonder Woman. The fact that everyone on Paradise Island basically had to bend an accent to be more like hers so that it worked was okay with me. She did the job. That's totally cool. Now, what kind of didn't work? Well, what I noticed was that the movie felt like kind of a solid comedy, and I don't mean in a funny way. I mean, like a lot of comedies that have been made in the last 10 or 15 years seem like a lot of really good gags kind of strung together one by one. There's a funny gag, we have to do something and get to the next one. Funny gag, we have to do something and get to the next one. Funny gag, we have to do something and get to the next one. It's kind of the way that Wonder Woman felt to me. She's a child, super cool scene, we gotta get her to the next one. She's a teenager, super cool scene, we gotta get her to the next one. She's an adult, super cool scene, we gotta get her to the next one. On and on and on. The transitions from point A to point B to point C to point D, they're really they're put in there by a screenwriter to make it go from A to B to C to D. They're not well done. They're not good. In fact, they kind of suck. Let's talk about a couple other things. When they arrive in London, she and Steve Trevor are walking down the street, and immediately they're picked up by foreign agents. Great. Screenwriter put that in. How are they randomly going to get caught by people walking down the street? They just got back. Really? Okay. What else? When they go to the front line, again, just happen to go to the right spot. They're right there. This happens in plenty of movies. I get it. It doesn't make it good. But Gal Gadot and Steve Trevor, or Chris Pine, they do such a good job, and the supporting characters, they do such a good job. I'm totally unwilling to overlook anything that they've done or anything else that's going on. This is, in a lot of ways, the complaints I hear about The Force Awakens are what people are eventually going to complain about regarding this movie. It's derivative. We're overlooking certain things because we want it to be good, not necessarily because it really is good. It's a fine film. It's not a great movie. The final fight scenes at the end between Wonder Woman and Ares, really? Did Ares even look like a bad guy? Was he, oh my god, oh, yay. No, that was crap. Oh, and this is going to be the first review where I mention this. If I'm sitting in a theater and I'm able to come up with a better solution than the heroes in the movie in the amount of time that they have, I really am going to kind of make a hater comment. Why did Steve Trevor have to blow up the plane? Does not make sense. He could have ditched it in the ocean, let it sink, 10,000 other things other than what he did, and he could have saved everybody. Steve Trevor didn't have to die, and I think, in a way, that he may end up being alive at the end of the movie anyway. So, what do I think of Wonder Woman? Overall, hell of a lot of fun to watch. No one shot at her legs, or her back, or her side, especially when she's running across no man's land. I don't even care. It was pretty freaking awesome. What do I think of the movie as a whole? A lot of fun. Totally worth seeing. Are there problems with it? Yeah. I really don't care. Are there the problems that Suicide Squad or Batman v Superman or any of the other recent movies from DC have had? No. Is Gal Gadot amazing? Yes. Go see it for her performance alone. She really kicked ass. She's so worth seeing as Wonder Woman. I don't know how else to say it. But if you have any questions for me, put them down below in the comment section. I'll happily come back and answer them. Here's seeing you in the next video.